Hey everybody, happy Talkie Tuesday. This is Dori Patrick. Welcome back to my channel. It's time for a journal with me video. Of course, this is the book I'm using. I'm starting on a new book. This is the SOHO Brick Mixed Media sketchbook. It's a fun little size. It's like 6 by 6 or something like that. My family gave it to me for Christmas, and I just have to get started in it. So this is my very first spread in this journal. And I'm using the prompts from Art Journal Jam, which we have at the museum. And this month they are cobalt blue and stitched. And I will be honest, I don't know if I don't know if I was feeling it this month, but you know, that's the great thing about these prompts is they kind of give you a springboard and you can just kind of take it, do with it what you will, right? So that pink on there was some chalk. There's some colored pencil, that yellow, and the blue is a Stabilo All Woody. And this is some black chalk that I am scribbling around to add a little contrast. And that is matte varnish, so I can sort of seal it in so it doesn't move anymore on the page when I get it wet. So here's where the cobalt blue is coming in. I love this color. I decide I'm just going to put some on the page just right from the tube and move it around with my color shaper. And then, of course, adding some white acrylic paint and then dabbing with that paper towel. This is giving me some instant interest and texture, even though I have no idea where this spread is going. I think I say that every time. This is some yellow Blick Studio acrylic. I can't remember the yellow. It's like a cadmium light hue, I think. I love the pop of blue and yellow together. So I threw that in the mix, and then I've got some notebook paper. I'm just sort of sopping up the extra paint. And then, of course, I have my handy dandy heat gun. And I decide some more white is a good idea. So, how are you guys today? We had a busy weekend. We went to the Marion Art Festival on Saturday morning. I was not selling there this year. I just was a guest. I was a shopper, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun. So for those of you who don't know, that's my old stomping grounds. That's where my store of 12 years was. So I got to see so many lovely people who were my customers, who I knew back then. Uptown Marion has just become so lovely. All kinds of great little restaurants, and the park is lovely. It's just so nice. So we had a great morning doing that, and then we had our niece's graduation, her party. So we went over to a relative's house for her party, and we celebrated her high school graduation, and there's family in town, and it was just a very busy time. Lots of visiting. So you saw me add a little collage there. That pink is some painted collage paper, and then the Neocolor 2 crayon, and now a little more of that cobalt blue. I still am I really don't know what's happening here. You might remember these strips. I think I had these out when I was working on the postcards for that postcard swap video that I did. I feel like now is the time to use them. They are a product of some jelly printing that I did a while back. And it's super fun to finally use them. That heat gun got a workout this time. So I add the rest of the strips over to the other page. I'm still kind of feeling out this paper. It is a mixed media sketchbook. It's definitely not as heavy of a weight of paper as previous mixed media paper. Oh, and I'm dancing. I think I had Lady Gaga on when I was doing this spread. I was like, I need to channel some strong woman energy, because I really was not feeling this session, but hopefully you'll like what comes out of it anyway. That's a Caran d'Ache Neocolor 1. There was just a little spot of red on one of those pieces of paper, and so I decided to play off of it. It's a great contrast to the cobalt. So to pick up on the stitched prompt, I found one of my little, this is one of those free motion doodles that I did on the sewing machine forever ago. I have been hanging on to this little girl. I think it's black denim. And I stitched her with my sewing machine with some light colored thread. And I decided to put heart on her with some embroidery thread. And I'm sorry that is sort of at the bottom of the screen. But it's just really loose, nothing special. I wanted it to look almost like a little kid stitched it on, just sort of wonky and crooked. So we're getting the heart attached to her little front. I have been wanting stitched to be the prompt for a long time. I was actually quite happy when we drew it last month at our art journal jam. So I'm figuring out where I'm going to put her. Oh, yeah. Then I decide she needs to go on this other fabric that I have. And probably had I to do it over again, I would have stitched her on with my machine, but I was feeling kind of rushed. And so I used some matte gel and glued her to that blue fabric. This is some white acrylic. I kind of felt like lightening up that area for possibly a quote or something, which you'll see in a minute. And that's my Posca pen. I'm giving her cute little red lips and red cheeks. She is definitely a little weirdo, but I really love her. Like I said, I've had her forever, and I'm glad she's finding a home. So our next art journal jam, in person anyway, that we have at the museum is coming up this Thursday. And then we're taking a little break from the in-person journal jams because I've got to travel for shows. And also our hostess, Erin, she hosts summer camp in the studio that we use, so we kind of need to free up that space. And so we're taking June and July off from the in-person one. But so I'm gonna miss these ladies. But we will reconvene in August. So there I'm deciding I need more stitched. So I cut off the end of that page, and here is what I did. I took it over to my machine and I just ran some red stitches and stitched that to the edge of the page. I've slowed it down just a little because it was going so fast. So anyway, yeah, we're going to take a break from in-person Art Journal Jam. We'll be back in August at the museum. But if you love this kind of content, if you love art journaling and altered books, I do have a Patreon. I need to talk about it more. I have had many lovely people joining me over there. So Patreon is a subscription service, and I have one completely dedicated to my art journaling practice and my altered books. So I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to check that out. It's a small monthly fee, and in exchange you get content that is exclusive. So the stuff you see here on YouTube, that is not what you get over at Patreon. You get completely different process videos. I do journal flip throughs over there, and we are actually working on hosting our first in-person art journal jam on Zoom. Well, I shouldn't say in person, online journal jam on Zoom is coming up. And so if you become a paid subscriber before May 30th, you can participate in that online journal jam session. I hope you'll think about subscribing. It's a really great, it's turning out to be just a fun group of people. And I love sharing and geeking out over the things I love about books and working in books and art supplies and all that. So back to this process. You can see I stitched that edge down with some red thread. I got our little girl glued down with her little red cheeks and red lips, and I am now this is a quote that I say a lot. I think I've put it on several things. I started off with a pencil, and I think I just decided I wanted the letters to just be a little bolder. So I have a fine black Posca pen that I'm writing these words with, and I'm going really slow because the texture of this page with the fine nib of the Posca, I don't know if you guys have ever found this, but if you like rush with a fine nib on texture, you get these little splatters kind of, and that's okay. It's not a big deal, but it was kind of bugging me a little bit, so I just slowed down. There still were like teeny little splatters. I don't even know if you can see them in the video, probably just up close, but that's why I slowed down. And of course, you know I love a Posca pen. They still are my favorites. I have been experimenting a little with some new brands. They are brands I'm not familiar with. I got some as a gift. I need to go double check what the name of those are. But so far, the Poscas are the ones that I really, really love. Just doing a little mark making there with the black pen, sort of imitating stitches. But I love doing a little hash mark or a little tick mark. And I feel like kind of putting the black around here and there on the page sort of makes her fit into the whole scenario a little better. So we're getting to the end, friends, of our cobalt blue and stitched prompt. I decide on one more thing, I think, to add to this. I get that cobalt blue paint out again and just do some polka dots with, this is just a plain old flat brush. It's a craft brush. The cobalt blue I'm using is Liquitex Basics acrylics, the kind in the tubes. again, nothing special. And when it comes to my journals, I'll use anything. Like, I really don't care. I'll use craft paint, I'll use golden fluid, and then I'll use anything in between. I think just freeing yourself up to use your good supplies is good. I think it's good to mix them with your cheap supplies. It just really frees you up. So I spritzed it with some water and sort of dabbed some off, and then I felt like, oh, well, I sort of dabbed a little too much off. So I touched it back up, and I'm going to add just a few little dots over on the other side to just bring it on home. I can't wait to see what we draw in this week's journal jam. It's always a fun challenge. And we agreed that even though we're not getting together in person in June and July, we're still going to draw prompts. So I'll keep you posted on those. And if you are inclined, please feel free to join us in these exercises. We'd love to see what you do. So there's the finished spread, guys, in my SOHO Brick Mixed Media sketchbook. Here are a couple close-ups. There's that little girl. Isn't she funny? She is smoochy. She's got a smoochy face. And there's my sassy quote. Loving all the textures. That was super fun. Thanks for joining me, guys. Always good to see you here. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.